welcome to the OOgie podcast. I am Jamie.
I am Steve.
I am Kirby.
And I'm Damian.
And we thought we'd take a few minutes to introduce ourselves so you guys know who we are and talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing with the channel. Damian, why don't you go ahead and start and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Damian.
Hi, Damian.
Hi, Damian.
I'm the store manager at the Depew location. I also am one of the video editors, you can say.
Yeah. Yep.
And I like long walks on the beach. And type of games I play, I play mostly platformers. Right now I'm playing Dark Souls and Bloodborne, so I'm really hating life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you play both at the
It's
same
even worse.
time?
Not only are you playing games that are hard, but you're not good at games.
Yeah. Little known fact, I'm terrible at video games.
Even though he plays them all the time.
Yeah.
But we encourage him. We pat him on the back and tell him how wonderful he is, and eventually he makes it through the level by the 50th pass.
One day he'll get better.
One day. Yeah, now I'm on suicide watch. Kirby, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I am Kirby. I am the web and event coordinator at OOgie Games. As far as games go, I play just about everything across all platforms. Sometimes I'm gaming on my PS4, sometimes Xbox One, sometimes PSP, sometimes PC, whatever.
The true Manticore.
I like strategy games a lot. Games that you gotta think about and plan ahead. I also get down with shooters, Gears of War, stuff like that. Yeah. RPGs too. Dragon Age. Love Dragon Age, BioWare RPGs, Mass Effect. Yeah. Can't wait for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, they just canceled it yesterday.
I hate you.
Sorry about your luck.
It's never coming out.
We wanted to wait until we were recording to crush all your hopes and dreams.
Thanks, guys.
So
Oh, is that me?
it's you now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, go, Steve.
My name is Steve. I am the take a breath here. The Director of Administrative Operations, Warehouse and Product Manager for short. We'll go with that. Kirby, I gotta agree with you. I'm a fan of strategy games as well. For me, it was always Zelda's my biggest series. I've always been a big Zelda fan, but Command and Conquer was always my biggest
Love
series.
Command and
on the
Conquer,
PC.
yeah, for
Love
sure.
Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first strategy games that I played.
I
Command
know,
and Conquer
right?
back
It's so
in the
like,
day, yeah.
what was it? Red Alert 2
Yep.
was always my favorite of the batch. But I tend to be an Xbox fanboy, as we've established. I do have all the systems.
No.
It's because, and I'm going to say it, I always say it, I prefer live over the PlayStation Network, and I like the Xbox controller. But I'm more of a Gears and a Halo guy than I am an Uncharted and Killzone guy. So pretty much play any style of game. The only games I really don't play a lot of, I'm kind of skeptical on, are turn-based RPGs. I'm kind of picky with.
Yeah, turn-based, yeah.
And as you know, I have a strong hatred for anything that is Capcom, Square Enix, especially Final Fantasy, because I hate Final Fantasy. Hooray.
Hooray!
But he owns a Mega Man helmet and a Mega
Shut
Man
up.
blaster.
Everyone likes Mega Man. That doesn't count.
After the I hate Square Enix comment, we just can't wait for your comments and letters. Thank you very much. Am I up?
Jeremy. Or Jamie.
I know you guys can't, I know everyone can't see this right now, but they're all staring at me, so it must be my turn. Hi, I'm Jamie. I am my official title with the company now is actually director of everything. It used to be director of storefront operations, but we all wear so many hats at the home office that everything seemed to fit much better, and it was a lot easier to say. It was less of a mouthful for me. Been gaming since I was 5, which means I've been gaming now for 37 years.
137, you got it.
It's been cut my teeth on Atari 2600 and just rolled right on through PC gaming. Went through pretty much all the Xboxes except the Xbox One, which I barely touched. Where Steve is the Xbox fanboy, I am the Xbox anti-fanboy.
Yeah.
Just seems to work out that way. It's a lot like what Steve said. Like a lot of what I want to play or what I like to play lies more on PlayStation and Nintendo and on my PC as opposed to the Xbox. It seems like the Xbox just kind of sat there at my house. So, but there's very few types of games I don't enjoy. It's kind of funny listening to you talk about strategy games because that's the type of game I don't like.
Interesting.
I have a tendency to my favorite genre now is open world.
Okay.
Open world games, adventure games. I do enjoy a good Zelda game once in a while, but a lot of Grand Theft Auto, a lot of Just Cause 3 recently, a lot of Saints Row. Anything where I can run around and troll the AI and do all kinds of crazy crap and destroy things, I'm pretty much going to be right in the thick of it.
Throw a little bit of a wrench in the gears. How do you feel about Crackdown? Crackdown 3, I think, is going to be pretty sweet.
I haven't played the first two Crackdowns, so I have no opinion whatsoever.
Okay.
believe
You're
it
not
or
missing
not.
out
Fair
on
enough.
the second one.
Second one's meh.
Yeah,
First
that's-
one's good. Yeah.
No, actually, the reason I couldn't get into Crackdown is the mechanics reminded me a lot of a little known game on Xbox and PC called Scrapland, done by American McGee, same guy that did the Alice series.
Yeah.
And the same thing with that. That game turned me right off too. The mechanics were real loose. It wasn't a real good game to begin with, and when I played Crackdown too soon after that,
Gotcha.
and I got like 15 minutes into it, I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not going to enjoy it.
Isn't McGee the crime dog? Oh, that's McGraw.
Yeah, no, that's McGruff. Yeah, McGruff's the crime dog. So I just, it was one of those things. I just looked at it and I'm like, no. Now, from what I see of Crackdown 3, I'm interested.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We were just joking about this a little earlier that there's a couple games coming out on Xbox One now that might get me to pick up the console again because I'm getting a little bit excited by some of the games and some of the developers that are doing them. Which one?
I said I could see.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, yeah.
They're doing a Halo Wars too, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Strategy, Jamie.
Yeah, that's not gonna bring me over to Xbox One. Not a chance. But and actually, my favorite game of all time. This kind of gets back into adventure, even like point and click adventure.
Dragon's Lair.
Is no.
Sorry.
It was a little known SegaSoft game on the PC called Obsidian,
I remember.
and
Obsidian.
that's actually where that's where I get my handle from for everything. This like standarddamage.com and all that. Right in the beginning of the game, a bridge breaks, and one of the first things you've got to do is find a forum called Standard Damage, which I always thought was kind of funny because there is not a standard level of damage, even though it's a term that's used in with sailing and boats and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it just doesn't exist. So I kind of grabbed onto it and stuck with it. So that's it for the intros. I think we should get maybe just a little bit into what we're going to be doing and who's going to be handling what projects and
what our plan
our plans are. Yeah. Why don't you start with yours, Damian?
Well, with it right now, what are do you want me to go over the schedule? Like what?
Yeah, go over the schedule. Talk about a little bit about what you're going to be doing, and like each of us can talk a little bit about our individual projects. And
I'll just lay the schedule out, and then we'll go off of that.
yeah,
Basically Monday we're cutting back from what we were doing about a month ago. We definitely had to step back because it was coming down to like too much work.
it's coming down to too much work on one person.
Yeah.
Because somebody didn't want to share the video editing responsibilities.
That was me.
And that's Damian, and he was doing like 40 hours, 50 hours a week on top of
You're
his
just a
regular
greedy
job.
Gus, aren't you?
So, all I could do is say I named the videos and put the links on the videos, and that was about it. So you were overdoing it, and it got to be too much. But I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So we rescheduled, and what we're going to do is cut it down to 3 days a week, see how it goes. 3 days with content in between, just small, short videos. But Monday would be today, which is when this will be uploaded. We're going to be doing just shooting out the podcast. Shooting it out, cutting it up with a video behind it. We're going to have it up on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah, we can
try it.
host on SoundCloud, yeah.
And just have it available for everybody to get. Tuesday we're going to skip, but that would be a gameplay day where we just grab something. Wednesday we're going to do the normal OOgie plays, name under construction, you can say.
Yeah, because we're gonna be doing it a little bit differently. Like if you were subscribing to our channel already, you know that a lot of times those playthroughs could get anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. And what we're doing is we're going to actually cut that back. There's going to be a lot more cutting done. We're going to get down to the more entertaining parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
A little more of what you guys were telling us you really enjoyed, and less of what you told us you didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to kind of take that from there. But instead of watching a 15-minute video, you might be watching a 5-minute video or a 7-minute video or a 3-minute video. It just depends on what it cuts down to. But expect all the comedy and tearing into each other and all that good stuff like we usually do.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Thursday is going to be another skip day, but still gameplay. And then Friday is going to be Idiots. Idiots.
Which yes, it's a play on idiots, but we're going to be idiots because we're OOgie. But basically, it's going to boil down to and I'm going to be the one editing this down, so bear with me while I work some kinks out. But we're going to be basically trolling the AI in games, doing absolutely dumb, stupid stuff in games like Grand Theft Auto 5, Just Cause 3. I'll get some demo videos up relatively soon on that. Also going online and telling people we're going to befriend them and then shooting them in the face and running away with their stuff.
What?
Right, Steve?
Who did that? That's not true. Okay, so quick story. I have to.
Yeah, no, go for it, man.
The Division. For people that have played the beta or know of the game at least, Tom Clancy's The Division beta just ended, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was different. I entered the Dark Zone, as it's called, which is the PvP area of the Division, and basically you go in, you're neutral. Any enemy agent, which is another human player, everyone's neutral. You have the option to team up with random people, or you can attack them and become rogue and become wanted, more or less. For those that play GTA, it's like having a wanted level, basically. And your goal is to take their gear and extract it. So this kid comes up to me and, he wanted, my gamer tag has the word Autobot in it. It has nothing to do with the Transformers,
such a
I
fool.
swear. So he goes, hey, Autobot, young kid. Be teams? Team up? Yeah, let's do it. I had no mic on. I heard him in the proximity chat, so we teamed up. I shot him and took his gear, and I ran.
Didn't you punch him when he was down too?
He was kind of bleeding out, so I accidentally hit melee on his head, and he died.
Accidentally.
And he dropped his stuff, and I didn't want to leave it there.
I couldn't just leave good stuff laying there, and you had to take it.
I chuckled, giggled. I don't know what it was. I just took off. I was gone.
In the meantime, there's some little kid in Cunnybunkport, Minnesota, crying because somebody took his stuff.
Hey, mister! Welcome to the major, son.
Where are you going with my stuff? Hey!
Just because it's an Autobot doesn't mean it's trustworthy.
Yeah, but I mean, basically things like that, just good time stuff we recorded.
You can actually check out an article Steve wrote about the Tom Clancy's Division beta on the OOgie blog.
Yes.
OOGieblog.oogiegames.com or oogiegames.wordpress.com that leads you to the same place. And we're going to be doing that going forward as well. Mm-hmm. Got a whole bunch of people contributing to it. Going to try and approach it in broad terms as far as the things that geek culture entails. We're not just going to stick to games, although those, that'll certainly show up on the blog. But we're going to talk about TV shows and comics and all kinds of genre stuff, sci-fi, horror.
We're going to talk about TV shows?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard they're bringing back Columbo.
Murder, She Wrote.
Thanks. Thanks a
They
lot.
are making a Stretch Armstrong remake on Netflix. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
next
know.
year. I'm not going to watch it.
And now the direction that we're going to take with this every Monday would definitely be around the same direction as the blog. We want to take it to where it's, I don't know, we're just going to sit here and shoot the shit.
Yeah, kind of complimentary.
About one topic.
Yeah. We'll pick something and we'll roll with it. We tried an experiment last week. Just Damian and I were able to attend the recording session, but he and I started just talking about our top games for 2015. Mm-hmm. And it just worked out really well, and it's something we're going to continue to do. We're almost like we were trying a little too hard to be funny, to be something that we weren't. And this gives us a chance to.
I just man myself.
Well, Steve's funny anyway, but no, I mean, we just it gives us a chance to kind of mellow out a bit and be ourselves and kind of ease our way into our recording sessions instead of slamming our way into them, which is what we typically do.
More like slamming energy drinks before we got here.
Especially when you're up at 3 a.m. doing inventories, yeah. So
definitely one thing we do want to throw out there is if you have any ideas, anything you do want to see, definitely let us know. If you have any input, we definitely want to hear it. But for the most part, I think we've hit all the topics, right?
Yeah. I think we've hit everything we want to hit for this Monday anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We good?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, folks, please keep us posted. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you think is funny, what you don't think is funny, what you think is entertaining, what you don't think is entertaining. Does Damian have too much facial hair? These are things that we need to know. Until next time, take it easy.